So I'm going to be walking you through some problems on Capture the Ether. This is an excellent site to learn Solidity through problem solving and finding vulnerabilities in smart contracts. So the first few problems are quite simple. They're just to get you started, and then it gets progressively more complex. So for the first problem, we'll be just installing some basic tools like a wallet. So you could use MetaMask or some other wallet if you prefer. Then we'll be getting some test Ether to play around on the test network. And then that's it. We're going to be deploying a simple smart contract in this first problem directly through this platform. So we don't even have to use any other tools. So I just started this problem already, but I'm just going to start over again. So it's just deploying this simple contract with one function that just says is complete. It's going to take a few seconds to deploy. And it's done. Now we can press this button to check our solution. So this is just going to call this function is complete and return true. Okay, so now we've completed the first problem. I'll move on to the next one, which is similar. We just have to deploy this contract and then call this function, which will sort of complete this task. And to help call this function, we'll be using an online editor called Remix. So this is just a place where you can sort of like write contracts, compile them, and then also interact with them. In future videos, I'll introduce some more sophisticated tools like Hardhat or Foundry, which are local development environments. So I'm just going to start this next problem as well. So this is going to just deploy this contract. And we have deployed the contract. We can see this on Etherscan. Currently we haven't. Oh, it's already verified. Okay, that's cool. So we can see that this contract is deployed on the Ropstein network. And now the way to interact with this is to create a new file. I'm just going to call it call me challenge. We can compile this code right here, and then we have to choose the environment in which we're operating in. So I want to choose injected Web3 so I can connect directly to my MetaMask. The first few options are for sort of local development tools. So this will enable me to connect to a real test network. Now I've connected it to my account. And we can do two things here. One of them is to deploy this contract by clicking this button, or we can sort of interact with the contract that's already been deployed. And we've already deployed this contract, so I'm just going to interact directly with this one. So I just copied the address and I'm going to load it here. Now we can interact with the contract that's been deployed on the Ropstein network. If we click is complete, currently it's going to say false. As you can see, like when you deploy the contract, it's initially set to false. So we have to call this function to complete the challenge. So I'm just going to do that now. Give it a few seconds. And it's done. So we did two things here. We deployed the contract from this website. We loaded up this the deployed contract on Remix, and then we interacted with it. We changed a state variable inside the contract by calling this function. And now we've finished the challenge. So we can check our solution here. All this is going to do is basically check this boolean. Since we call this function, it's going to be set to true, and our challenge will be complete. Yep, and that's it for these first two problems.